Cusick stand who have a good sight of the ball going over the bar. You look at it from this angle and you think, yeah, that's a point. From here, you're not quite sure, but the one thing for me is here in Croke Park, we had rugby in here for a few years. The rugby posts were way higher than the GA posts, so why we just couldn't have put the posts up a little bit higher and solve these arguments. But for me, that was fairly clear.
That looks like a point from this angle here. But the one thing I must say, we were looking this in slow motion. We looked clearly to see where the umpires were, and he placed himself in the optimum position, down his knees to look up. So look, it isn't conclusive there. It looks like it went over the post. It looks like a point, but it's not absolutely conclusive.
Let me move you on.
I think this is the second last play in the game. I suppose it was 116 to 114 and we had major drama. Kildare had just fought back into the game, and here we see like a schoolyard game where they're all chasing the ball. But we'll have to slow it down really to have a look at it. The outcome of it is that Pat McEnany hopped the ball, and it shouldn't really have been a hop. First of all, we slow it down here. We see Kieran McKiernan going in.
Kevin
McKiernan. He follows the ball in. Now, if he touches it there, it's a 13-metre free. If he touches it on the line, it's a 13-metre free. If he touches it in the small square, it's a penalty. If he lies on the ball, it's a penalty. Now, we're going to look at it again in slow motion from another angle. My contention is that he touched the ball just as it was going either on or over the line. Okay? And then he lies on the ball. One is a 14-metre free. If he touches it inside the box, which I think he did there, it's a penalty. And when he lies on the ball, it's certainly a penalty.
Anthony, you don't agree?
Well, no, for me, the initial contact with touching the ball on the ground occurred outside the...
Or on the line.
So outside the small square. No. So that's a 14-yard free. The second contact is inside the small square.
That's penalty.
But I think the ball's on the line. I don't think it's completely over the line, which it needs to be. The third issue is, does he lie on the ball? For me, yes, you could argue that he lies on the ball, but the key here is position of the referee. Just outside picture shot there at the minute, you have 20 players in the square, and for me the referee has got to be absolutely sure that a foul has been committed before he can award a penalty, and there's no way with the bodies around that contest that the referee could
Anthony, it's an All-Ireland semi-finals. There's a minute left.
There's 20 players in the square.
It's either a 14-yard free or a penalty. Well, you can't hop the ball, Anthony.
If you're unsure, you hop the ball.
The 20 players aren't all between him and
but
the
that
ball.
is a penalty.
He bounced the ball, and in my opinion, that should have been a free out.
Yeah, it's clearly a free out. We counted 11 steps. The tackle came in the 7th. He continued on. We saw a try at that goal earlier on this year with Meath, and there we see another.
Anthony?
Yeah, I thought Danny Hughes, brilliant. Interesting, he wasn't that good against Kerry, but he came back to his form today, which was great for Down. And finally, Benny Coulter. Those were what we settled on as our contenders for man of the match.
Okay.
Tough.
Despite Martin's best efforts to get some of the other Tony then, so it was very tight. Who gets the awards?
Well, we pick Marty Clark. Like, he is some operator. He's not 6'5". He doesn't run 100 metres in 9.5 seconds, but he epitomised a modern footballer. Very good on free kicks. He's totally mobile around the field. He's available in a little pocket behind the play. He always uses his intellect to get into that position, and he kicks some fantastic points. He'll be very hard to mark in the All-Ireland final. He was a professional player last year, used to the big occasion. Like Ty Kennelly last year, it would be very hard to put the clamps on him in the All-Ireland final.
All right. Well, it's an All-Ireland final that we'll chat about in a moment. But let's see how today's minor semi-final worked out for us.